Okay, Milan International Film Festival. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Look who we've got here. We've got Chris Samos. How are you doing?
That's right. Very well, thank you. Doing
Excellent,
great.
excellent. You've been here a couple of days, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you had a good experience? Have you
Amazing.
met good people?
Amazing.
Great.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah, amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we bring people from around the world here, and
Sure.
you've traveled from
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta,
Yeah,
Georgia.
just north of Atlanta.
Okay.
Outer perimeter. If
Yeah.
you're from Atlanta, you know what that means.
Have you managed to see any of Italy yet?
Yes.
Any of Milan?
Yes. We took in quite a bit of Milan yesterday.
Lovely.
It was amazing.
Lovely.
Amazing.
Yeah. Did you catch the Duomo? Did you go?
We went to the cathedral
Uh-huh.
and around that area and all of that, and got to see, my daughter works at Starbucks back in the States, and she insisted we go to the Starbucks here because it's humongous. So we saw that, and quite a bit of things. It was unreal. It was a tremendous experience. I'll never forget it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So this is the world's biggest Starbucks, right?
That's what they say. That's what they say. Yeah.
You heard it first. But, okay, so you're here. You brought your movie Halfway to Hell.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this where did you get the idea for the film?
Well, Rusty Smith's the writer.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote it, and we co-directed it together. He came to me with the idea. We had worked together on a previous project.
Yeah.
And he came to me with this idea for a web series.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he sent me the script, and I loved it, you know, and of course, and you know, he cast and did pre-production and all this stuff, and he did all the brunt work as opposed to my first film where I was doing all of it, which was amazing for me.
Yeah.
And we filmed, you know, an episode for the web series, and then we filmed another episode, and then finally I said to Rusty, it was kind of like we didn't know where the film was going to go at that point, you know, or the project was going to go. So I said, why don't we set a goal for 5 episodes and make it a feature? And Rusty said, will you give me 7 episodes for the feature? And I was like, deal, you know, so that's what we did, you know.
Okay.
And so it's Rusty Smith, he created this thing, you know. So,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Fantastic. But you've got a background in the military or
I was in federal law enforcement.
Okay.
Yeah, for about 8 years.
Yeah.
And I had an injury and was kind of forced to retire a bit early, of course. And so I was working in a bicycle shop, actually, kind of keeping me out of the house, I guess. And I was about dying of boredom, and one day I just decided to pursue something else that I could be passionate about, that I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And which is film, which is something I used to dabble in even as a child.
Yeah. So you were a storyteller back then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been telling stories for a long time, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I just quit the bike shop.
Sure.
I went home, I started an eBay page.
Okay.
And went into my basement. I sold bicycles, tools. I sold anything I could get away with selling.
Yeah.
And started buying production equipment.
Okay.
And not knowing what I was even going to do yet.
Yep.
But I just knew that I wanted to create film. And I have 4 children.
Uh-huh.
And I used to always grab them, sequester them, and say, okay, we're doing a short film today. Come on, let's go do this.
Sure.
So we actually had one of the shorts we did with all my nieces and nephews when I was first learning all this. We wrote a script on a paper plate, drinking coffee at breakfast, and then we filmed it for that weekend. You know, and that's kind of where this all started for me. You know, and then it's just it keeps growing, little by little from there. So
excellent.
Yeah.
So Halfway to Hell.
Yes.
Is the story of a veteran
Right.
looking back on his life?
Well, what it is an individual wakes up in the post-apocalyptic world. You
Right.
know, there's no more structure; it's chaos. And he struggles. You know, he doesn't remember who he is.
Yeah.
And you know, he's just trying to survive in this crazy world. You know, to figure out who he is. He has a picture in his pocket,
right?
And he believes that these must be his family, or he's just trying to survive. You know, long enough to try to figure it all out,
right?
And it kind of goes from there.
Okay.
And then along the way, you know, he gets little memory, you know, kind of recall, and meets other people, and good and bad, and it's kind of a.
So it's sort of post-traumatic stress disorder type
No,
storyline, or-
it's more of something that's affecting the masses.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah,
just this
yeah.
one individual's,
Yeah.
story through it all.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
And,
like only he can save us. That sort of.
right. Yeah.
Right.
And he starts to have flashbacks of certain things he'll see, and then he'll get these memory flashes,
Right.
and he starts to put the pieces together, all while trying not to get killed by the craziness of the world.
Okay. 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 Great.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, I can't wait to see it. When's it
Thank
screening?
you. Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, 4:30.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to obviously network evening this evening, so that's
Yes.
an ideal time for you to tell people it's coming.
Yes, sir, for
And,
sure.
obviously, we've got people coming in every day, so no, it's exciting. It's good. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Thank
I'm
you.
Looking forward
Absolutely.
to seeing it. I know Rusty Smith's coming in to have a chat as well.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna cue him up in a second. But thanks very much for
Yes,
coming
sir.
in.
My
Chris.
pleasure. Thank you so
And,
much. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thank you.
Get
It's been
everything you
amazing.
can out of it because
have.
really
Yeah.
you've travelled this far.
Yeah.
So your blood, sweat, and tears is right there on the board. You've got your
Absolutely.
screening coming up on Friday.
Yes, sir.
So make sure that you network now, because at the end of the day, you never know. You could meet your next collaboration.
Absolutely. And I was just speaking with another one of the filmmakers from here in Italy, and I told her, it's funny because we can be home. I can be in my home with all my loved ones and friends, and there's few people I can discuss film stuff with that actually, and then I come all the way across the world with people that we have almost a language barrier, but we completely get each other, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's the language
sure.
of film. It's
Absolutely.
the language of film.
Yeah. So
Okay.
thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
very much for coming in.
My pleasure. Thank you.